What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. Here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button. Sub to the channel if you're not a member. And also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content. Now, we all know what went down yesterday with Frank Vogel. And it's not surprising that a lot of people have spoken out having having Frank Vogel's back. Now, I want to make something very clear now. Frank Vogel should have never been the coach for the Lakers in the beginning, okay? And it's unfortunate because he was placed in a situation where there were several guys that shouldn't have been on a team in the first place. One was, of course, as you know, who everybody tried to, I'm not going to say vilify, but pretty much used as a scapegoat in Russell Westbrook, okay? That was first and foremost, because people got on him uh, for everything, whether it was him, putting on a skirt or a dress, or his inefficient shooting, or the turnovers, things of that nature. And then, of course, everybody was criticizing Frank Vogel heavily for how he, constructed the team and how he was, gelling with the team, which was no type of chemistry at all. And as several people have said, and people have come to grips with from the get. I mean, you talk to Lakers fans, you talk to people that aren't Lakers fans, they'll tell you that Frank Vogel and the players did not have any type of connection. They didn't have any type of chemistry. He just didn't, and it was evident. You could pretty much see it throughout the whole entire season. The connection was lost in comparison when he first got there. Now, when he first got there was a little toggle and a little struggle, anyways, especially between him and LeBron James, and that's always been how it is with LeBron James. Okay, LeBron James doesn't like to be told what to do. He likes to run what he runs, which is the LeBron James system. And if you don't go by the way that LeBron James goes, then guess what? Then he's going to find some way for you to be gone. But in this case right here, LeBron James and everybody else had to be stuck with Frank Vogel. But Charles Barkley has came out on record and pretty much has blasted the media, and he said this on a few just a couple of days ago, and he said basically, quote, Frank Vogel, and this was on inside the NBA. He said, quote, Frank Vogel is getting screwed. He said, whoever put these old ass geezers together, they deserve the lion's share of the blame. They've scapegoated Frank, obviously, and Russ all year. But this team, I told you from day one, I said the only chance this team got a chance to be competitive is Anthony Davis, and he's clearly not doing what he's supposed to do. And then he also said that, quote, to blame Frank and Russ for putting this old ass team together ain't icy hot being gay. I Jr. WD-40. My grandmother used to put WD-40 on her knees and ankles to loosen them up. They should try that for them old ass geezers. End quote. Listen, I've said this time and time again that age is not the problem. Age is not the problem with it's not even age at all. Because to be honest with you, there are a lot of, like I've told countless of people, but I think me and the brother Truder King TV, we had talked about this because I always reference to one of his teams, which was the I think I forget what year it was in the '60s. They were still able to get it done even at an older age. And then I also referenced uh, the San Antonio Spurs, you know, and I also referenced the Dallas Mavericks, and even to a degree when we talk about the Boston Celtics, you know, they weren't spring chickens. So all this age stuff and all this other stuff, and I don't want to hear any of that because Tim Duncan, he won a ring in his late 30s, okay, and Kareem, he was winning and still playing in his late 30s. Okay, so let's just knock it off with that. All right, we can't sit up here and just say that it was primarily, age. Uh, so that's one thing that I disagree with Charles Barkley on. It was just a combination of egos, the combination of uh, playing style conflict, especially when you talk about a guy like Russell Westbrook, and especially when you talk about a guy like LeBron James. Uh, what's up with it, Slinky? I see you in the building, man. We're ready for you, man. We're ready for Toronto. We're as ready as we're gonna be. Shout out to Canada, man. But we're gonna need Thibault against Toronto. But I don't think that's not gonna happen, man. We're gonna have problems with Toronto. But anyways, salute to you, Slinky. Now you said, in my opinion, ESPN needs to stop talking about the Lakers. They are 11 seed focused on the teams that actually made the playoff. Well, I mean, they're not in. All right, they're not in. They're no type of seed at all, and that's facts. You're on point with that, brother. You're on point with that. Um, but that's what the media does. Okay, we have to understand that the media is pushing an agenda, and that's what they do. They're pushing an agenda, and they want to try to control every single narrative that they put out on TV. But no matter how bad that the Lakers look, they're gonna give every type of edge to them because let's just face it, people are actually there are a lot of people that are disappointed in what they're seeing right now in terms of witnessing LeBron James not making the playoffs. They're they're upset that the Lakers aren't into the playoffs. There are a lot of people that are disappointed. The Raptors Sixers series is going to come down to how Harden plays. It's going to come down to how everybody plays. But yes, Harden. Listen, 9 times out of 10, Harden is not going to play that well. Especially Slinky. We've been talking the whole entire year. We've been talking the whole entire season, and I've been telling. Listen, we have talked. I've told people about Gary Trent Jr., which nobody wanted to listen. I told people about Scotty Barnes, which people did not want to listen. I told people about, in my opinion, one of the best finishers in the game in Fred Van Fleet, and one of the slept on closers in the game in Fred Van Fleet. And then you throw into account Pascal Siakam. They the Raptors are a dangerous team. That's not going to happen, Slinky. Listen, do you know what Harden is shooting from the field? He's shooting 37%. He's shooting 37% from the field. What's up, Jelly Bean? He's shooting 37% from the field, and he's shooting 30.6% from a 3 pointer. The only good thing that he's doing, and this is in the last 10 games, Slinky. The only good thing that he's shooting is 92% from free throws, but his assist to turnover ratio is horrible. He's averaging 10. He's at a 10-4, um, and that's not good. He's got 10 assists. He's averaging 10.2 assists, and he's second in the league in turnovers at 4.3. So we can look at the eye test, and we can look at the metrics and the numbers. It's horrible, Slinky. Well, that's why he's leaving. That's why he's leaving, and I can't wait for. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't wait for there to be a coaching change because like New York, they made the change for R.J. Barrett to have control of the offense. Philly needs to make the change to have Maxey have control of the offense, or at least start heading in that direction. We all know that it's still Embiid, but the problem with Embiid is that he doesn't know how to capitalize in key moments. And if you go back and you go look at Maxey, yeah, although he still has a learning curve to do, his leadership is off the charts, and on top of that, he's not afraid of the big moment. He wants to smoke, and that's what separates him. But we're gonna have a lot of problems with the Raptors. They're up and down team. They're young, uh, and Nick Nurse has outcoached Doc Rivers all the time. Yeah, that's what I've been saying the whole entire year, Slinky. Maxi is a guy. Now Maxi has had his shortcomings, especially in terms of shooting. It's no doubt about that. He has had his struggles, but see the difference between Harden and Maxi is that Maxi uh, he commits to defense. He does everything that he can to. He might not be you know as good as an on-ball defender as a Thibault, but the effort is there. And Harden exhibits no effort. He exhibits no effort. Nah, uh, it's not gonna be that easy, TJ. Salute to TJ. Make sure y'all go subscribe to TJ Loves Boxing and Sport. It's not gonna be that easy, man. It's not gonna be that easy for us to hey, we're gonna get them in five. No, you're really sleeping on the Raptors. And see, that's what I want to tell you. You have to pay attention to other teams in the league. These teams that think about it, TJ, the Raptors don't have anything to lose. A team like Memphis, they don't have anything to lose. A young team like that, they don't have anything to lose. You know why? Because they have a future ahead of them. Especially when you talk about Barnes, especially when you talk about Fred Van Fleet, they have a future ahead of them. You saying the Raptors are just happy to be there? All the pressure is on. Exactly. That's what Slinky. That's what I'm saying. You're on point. Like all the pressure is on Harden and Embiid and Doc Rivers. Hey, well, don't. Hey, TJ, I'll tell you like this. Don't bet on it, my man. Don't count on Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers has been known. Listen, I respect Doc Rivers as a for what he's brought to the game. You never can take away the 2008 championship, regardless of how he won it, regardless of how much Coach Tibbs uh, did a lot of the muscle in terms of the defense, but Doc Rivers' time as a coach is done. A lot of these other coaches have caught up to him. If he was coaching on the level of a Monty Williams uh, or like an Ima Udoka, then we'd be having a different conversation. Yeah, and you know what, TJ, I'm not I'm not even tripping on that either. Like that happens to a lot of coaches. I mean, this happened. I'm not gonna say very similar to Dan Tony or whatever, but Dan Tony has tried time and time again, and guess what? He never even got to a finals. But at the same token, you expect more out of Doc. Doc is considered a better coach than Dan Tony. And it's just unfortunate if he doesn't get it done, it's over with. What's up, Lou? I see you in the building. When you're playing against Memphis, you better watch out. Come on, Lou. Eh, Lou, come on. Can we stay on topic, bro? My goodness, I don't want to talk about that. Lou just coming in here trolling, man. That's so unlike you, True. That's so unlike you. So unlike you, Lou. Shout out to Lou the Rider, man. Go sub to his page. But I mean, yeah, like I said, these guys don't. When you mention Memphis, Lou, these guys don't have anything to lose. These guys have absolutely nothing to lose, and the best thing about it is they're like, if they lose, guess what? They could come back the next year, and they like, we got another chance. That's why you know guys like John Morant, he's not sweating anything. This is the first NBA player, but I don't know who's gonna win, and I love that. Well, we didn't know who was gonna win last year, so that kills that whole argument, Slinky. So you want to sit up here and tell me you you know who was gonna win last year? It was a lot of parity last year. It was a whole lot of parity last year. Think about it. Nobody had uh everybody was banking on Brooklyn, and believe it or not, there were some people that was banking on the Lakers. Nobody Everybody was sleeping on Milwaukee. Yeah, that's a big possibility, TJ. And I've been talking about Phoenix the whole entire year. You know, Hitman X. Shout out to him. Hitman X has been telling people for the past 2 years about Phoenix. Okay, and this is where I started to really, I, because I never doubted Funky Hitman X. I never doubted him at all. It was everybody else that was doubting him because they looked at Phoenix. They looked at Phoenix as, okay. Well, they're the same old team. They're gonna go to the playoffs and stuff like that, and then or they're not even gonna make the playoffs and stuff like that. But what they were doing in terms of front office wise and personnel wise, and also making a lot of changes and stuff like that, you slowly seen it coming together. And I guess they saw, okay, Monty Williams doing an incredible job coming in, turning things around. Them in the bubble, looking at, it showed prominence. Then, of course, CP3 has came in and pretty much lit a fire in those guys. It's helped them out a lot. What do you keep apologizing for, JMJ? Everything's good, man. I mean, ain't nothing to apologize about, bro. You good, man. Like, I don't know what you're saying sorry for. You didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, what's up with it, Think Tank? I see you in the building. ATL, shouty. Yeah, everyone was picking the next. Yeah, I never listen. I didn't have any. I didn't say that they were gonna win everything. I said let's just see how everything is gonna play out. I said let's see how everything is gonna play out. I mean, look, if we if we're being truthful about the situation, what's it called was not gonna have a chance regardless at Brooklyn. I would not. It would not shock me if the Jazz made the final. You said the Jazz, nah, nah, man. Come on, Slinky, nah. You taking it a little too far now. Yeah, well, uh, I mean, he wanted more money, and he wanted more money, and he wanted more control of the team. You know, they had a chance to get three primary coaches that are successful right now. Hold on, JMJ, I'm gonna let you go in just a second. Um, he had three primary choices. He had a chance to get Ty Lue, he had a chance to get Monty Williams, and they had a chance to have Jason Kidd. And now look at all three of them. You know, now look at them. And everybody was sitting there, oh, you capping Polo when I said Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is a muscle of your defense. What are you talking about? You have a champion sitting on your bench. You have one of the greatest point guards of all time. You said Ty Lue was not. Yeah, I agree with you. What's up with it, JMJ? Why you keep apologizing, man?
Nah, no, no, man, man, it's just your channel, man. I don't want your channel to be what's it called, you know. I ain't trying to be what's it called, you know.
Man, look, be yourself, man. Nigga, just be yourself. You good? What are you apologizing for, man?
Yeah,
You straight.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you this,
Listen, this is
man.
everybody's channel, man. When everybody come on, I don't try to sit here. Look, I want everybody to have a voice. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely now. You might go to other channels, but no, this is my channel. Man, you do that. I don't do all that, man.
No,
Shoot, you
no,
have
no,
fun, you
no,
have
no,
fun,
no,
man.
no, no. When it comes to T price ticket LVCs or what's it called? You know, you try not to what's it called, man. You try not to mess with their channel like that. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Barkley, yeah, yeah, you could be pissed off. But what have you done here lately? LeBron Ramon James won 4 championships. What have you won? What have you won? I could talk about LeBron James, hate on him all he want, but he got 4 championships. Charles Barkley don't. Yeah, you ain't. Yeah, only thing you want in your life in this basketball business is an MVP in basketball. Outside of basketball, you want to probably Emmy. You want an Emmy inside the NBA. I know. I don't understand Barkley, man. You can criticize people. You probably get paid to criticize people like that, though. So, ain't he really mad at? Am I really mad at Barkley? Yeah, but but you gotta have a pros and cons for LeBron, Ramon James, and Charles Barkley too at the same time. You gotta have a pros and cons for them. So. I'm just really mad. I'm not really mad, but you gotta see the pros and cons off of that. You gotta have a pros and cons off of that with Barkley and LeBron Ramon James. So you can say something. Go ahead, Polo. I'm gonna tell you this: Barkley, league MVP, 1993.
What's up? What's up with it, True Biking? I see you in the building, Queen. Um, you said Jason Kidd was smart too. He knew that the bubble ring wasn't going to last long with Vogel. He struck with the iron hot and went to Dallas. Well, where they messed up, and I know me and JMJ we probably talked about this. Where they messed up, JMJ is getting rid of all of their pieces. I
Yeah,
remember it like it was yesterday.
yeah. You doggone right. You doggone right.
I remember, hey, I remember it like it was yesterday when I was on Chicken's channel and everybody was talking about it. It was Elder, even I think T Price was there too. We all talked about it. Sterling Young, you name them, they were there. Why get rid of all your pieces? Even Chicken said that. Why you just tweak it just a little bit, but they want to get rid of damn near the most important pieces that were on your team. And then you
Yeah,
coming into the next season, you got all these new pieces.
that's right, man. You got rid of KCP, it's Caruso, Danny Green, Dwight Howard. He went to Philadelphia that next year. JaVale McGee, he doing all right up in Phoenix. You still had Anthony Davis. You still had LeBron Ramon James, and what's it called? Y'all got rid of Ray John Rondo. I don't know how he doing in Cleveland, but I don't know how he doing in Cleveland. He must be doing a heck of a job. You know what I'm
Well, no,
saying?
hold on. The thing about Rondo, JMJ, is that they're that's what I was telling T yesterday, is that they're interested in Rondo. They were interested in him and Juwan Howard as far as the assistant coach, and
Oh
I
yeah.
I believe that Rondo would have made a great assistant coach. For one, he's an intelligent player. For two, he's a two-time champion. And for three, he commands a lot of respect, and he played the point guard position at the highest level.
Yeah, 20 points in one game, 20 points and 20 assists. So I understand what you talk about right there. I know about Rondo, man. You know, you know. What about the
All right,
other?
no more.
What about the other coaches, man? Assistant coaches have been Sam Cassell and the rest of the crew, man. I'm just thinking, like, man, I can fathom if I see Ray John Rondo up in there. I can fathom to see Ray John Rondo in there, Sam Cassell going up against each other for the NBA Finals, or the NBA championship, man. I can imagine that, boy. I can imagine that, man. Wow.
I
And
mean,
crazy.
if it did happen, that would go to show you that you know that would go to show you that it was all about primarily coaching, and coaching was a big part of what was going on. Um, Look, as much as we want to sit here and we want to blame this player and blame LeBron James and stuff like that, I'm going to take it a step further. Like, does LeBron James have a lot to do with it? Absolutely, he has a lot to do with it. But the front office is even more so to blame too, like a Genie Bus and the Rambuses. Listen, I like Kurt Rambis as a player. He's a great hustler, great energy guy and stuff like that. But in the front office, man, him and his wife, they're they're terrible. Rob Palinka does not know what the hell he's doing, and I felt like it was a sympathy job from Kobe, that recommended, God rest his soul. I think that, Kobe said he didn't want to do any of this because his mentality. Listen, you had to realize check this out, JMJ. Guess who they had a chance to uh get out of the draft?
Who?
They had a chance to get Jason Tatum,
Mm,
and
mm,
you
mm.
you see what Jason Tatum was able to do. You saw the prominence in him. He made it to the Eastern Conference Final in his youth in his young career playing with the Celtics and stuff. So you saw the potential there. Remember when he dunked on
The,
LeBron and all that stuff?
the 2000 was it that 2000 was it that game 7 2000 I think it's 18 season was it that when they had what's it called when Gordon Hayward got gruesomely hurt and what's it called right Kyrie Irving right. Was
Well,
that the 2018 season? You know,
not
with J.
well. That yeah, that was the 2018. But
Okay.
what's it called? I don't. What's it called? Wasn't on that team though
Who?
at the time.
Uh, Brown?
No, no,
Jalen?
no, no, no. I'm talking about. You said Gordon Hayward.
Okay. 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 That's all I wanted to know, man. I gotta
No,
ask
no. I
you.
mean, it's all good. A lot of people. Because that. We got to go back in the time. Uh, hold on, because that was. Give me 1 second. That was.
2017, 2018 season, probably. And Gordon Hayward got gruesomely hurt in the
Yeah.
2000. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah, that was in that was in 2017. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, they ended up, still making it, and that was that was an ugly ass injury. I don't even like to remember that.
I ain't even need to see it. I ain't even
I
see it.
saw it live.
That's all I saw was what's it called going to the what's it called going on the stretcher. I said, man, oh man, someone got
No,
gruesomely hurt.
I know Trey Cater. He wasn't there. He wasn't there in the He wasn't there. I meant to say that he wasn't playing in the fight. He didn't play. You know what I'm saying? They ended up going to the Eastern Conference Finals though. But he didn't play because of, like JMJ was saying, he was on the money about when he got hurt. You said
Yeah,
Lakers are in a very weird position. The brand and the city isn't going to be enough to lure top-notch coaches and free agent players. See front office and the BS with Palinka, Rambis, and Jeannie Buss. Absolutely right. Think tank. A lot of people don't want to deal with the BS, man. I know I sure wouldn't.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you some of this. There, think take salute to you, think take. You be in the chat. Man, for 4, 5, 6 years, man. Salute to you, think take. And to other channels, man. Salute to you, think take. But the LA Lakers, they did their thing. You know, with Jerry Buss. You know, but the Jerry Buss, projection, project, the project. Yeah, you want a bubble ring, but it ain't gonna work, man. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work with Genie Buster down there. I like, yeah, Rob Palinka. Yeah, you was Kobe Bryant's agent. Gonna find out. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. Rob
Yeah,
Palinka.
man. Yeah, that was a
That
that
was
was a
crazy. I said, that's
yeah.
crazy, man.
But
That's
he recommend, but I don't think he shouldn't have been in that position, man. Like, I mean, look, I respect what he did as an agent and everything, but even then, he got a lot of, a lot of people were in odds about him and stuff like that. Um,
mhm.
but see where I started to, I'm gonna I'm getting ready to close on this one right here, JMJ. I'm gonna be back a little bit later. I got a
All right.
busy day in terms of covering a
Yeah.
lot of stuff today. But
Well,
no, check
well,
this out though.
well,
What I'm gonna say is check this out. When when they started having riffraff with Magic, and I know some people they have their feelings about how Magic did everything, but
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I
But
I felt
I
like
think
he did.
I
I
think
felt like Magic did a tremendous job. Now some people disagree with the Lonzo Ball,
yeah.
and of course
I was
some
about
people,
to say that too. I was about to say that too. LaVar
but
Ball, there was like Alonzo Ball, you know.
but but see that's where I think Kobe had odds with everybody because like I told you, it goes back to Jason Tatum. He was like, man, you had a chance to get Jason Tatum, but Lonzo Ball, as much as people want to see that he was a superstar coming out of UCLA and stuff like that, he wasn't going to be that way. He was going to be a really good player, and had a lot of you've seen a lot of things in his game to say, okay, hey, he could survive in the league for quite some time. But as far as the superstar, they were trying to decorate him already and put him in that position in the biggest market and one of the biggest story franchise ever. That's a lot of pressure that a lot of people just weren't able to hold. And I personally think that it was done because of social media, because he had a show on Facebook, JMJ, the balls.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
yeah they had the show on
That's
Facebook,
it,
and
though.
that's
Too.
what
A
the
little
league
bit.
caters to now is social media and what's trendy and what's hot and stuff like that. And that's one of the things I don't really too much care for with Adam Silver. That's why me and you, we probably like David Stern. David Stern. Let's get back to basketball. That's what David Stern was about.
Yeah, but this is they say David Stern. They could put Chris Paul in the L.A. Lakers with Kobe Bryant. So so we can talk about that. We can talk about David Stern all day. We can talk about Adam Silver all day. So so it's crazy, man. It's been crazy for the last what 40 years, 50 years in this NBA, in this National Basketball Association. You know, it's been crazy, man. You
Yeah, it's
know.
been crazy. But man, hey, JMJ, man, I thank you for pulling up. I appreciate everybody, man, pulling up, man. Everybody in the chat, Think Tank, True Viking Queen, shoot, Trey Cater, uh, shoot, who else? TJ Boxing and Sport. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie, TJ Boxing and Sport. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Jelly Bean, 4280, man. I appreciate everybody. Pulling up last night. You, JMJ, the brother, T Price, and True Viking, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man. I
y'all
was
pulling up.
like, wow, man. I was like, wow, man. But salute to you there. Let me let you go there, bro.
Nah, it's all good, man. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man. I'll be back at y'all with another one later.